Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. My name's Robert and this is Pheasant Lane Farm. This is a video I tried to get out about a week and a half ago. It just didn't work out with our schedule of leaving for vacation. And as you can see, when I built this, I didn't plan for it to have a moat around it. That just kind of happened. We've had 3 severe thunderstorms here in the last 14 hours. And they're calling for a really bad one here in the morning between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. So when we were in Tennessee, I met some of my wife's family, like I had mentioned in another video. And one of her relatives named Nikki, I was talking to him, fantastic guy from Texas. And he said, hey, I'm looking forward to this chicken coop video. So here you go, Nikki. It was nice meeting you guys. And next time you're in town, hopefully we can catch dinner. So if you guys watched some of my videos way back when we started this channel, the reason we started this channel was to keep family in the loop. We bought this place 8 days later. The state of Ohio got shut down for COVID. So we started doing videos to kind of keep family members in the loop that didn't live real close to us. So this is what we built. That part over there was the original run. It's 7 wide by 16 long. And the hen house that you can see way back in there, or the coop, depending what part of the country you live in, is back there. So, chicken math is real. My wife keeps adding chickens, and she said, hey, the run needs to be expanded before we leave for Tennessee. Now, I got it done the night before we left. I've known about it for months now, but I was blaming it on the weather, but actually I just had some other things that I'd rather do instead. But once I got started, this was a very fun project. A big shout out to my family members who stopped over and helped with this. A buddy's kid was over here helping us. Kiddo, Amber came out and helped. With this whole arm situation I'm going through, I know I mention it quite often, guys, but it's changed my life. Things that I used to be able to just knock out real quick, I can't do that anymore. I need to ask people for help. 8.5 months later, it's something I'm not used to, is asking people for help, and I don't like to. So I did have to ask some people for help on this, and I really appreciate it. This farm would not be what it is without the help of good people willing to drop what they're doing to come help us when we need it. So I'm going to do this video a little different than usual. I'm going to kind of narrate it and add in some clips of things we did to it, how we did it, what we did, stuff like that. First off, let's go over location. If you can see behind me, actually, let me move you over here. These are going to be our new horse pastures. There's 3 paddocks here. The one in the middle is a little bit smaller for a dry run, and it goes way down there. Behind me right here, there is a wildflower patch that didn't do too good this year. On the other side of the coop right there is our compost pile. Now we compost the chicken litter, the goat manure, the horse manure, and seems to work pretty well. I like having it right there. As you can see, the chickens are always digging through it. Let's spin you around 180 degrees here. This is our other wildflower patch. This is right in front of the coop. I thought this would be a really good place to put it. Swing you around a little farther. Kiddo's round pen for working horses. That will go over here, but if you watched the last video, we're getting ready to put up a 30 by 80 pole barn. So that's where that has to go right now. That's a 60 footer, so it takes up quite a bit of room. But it's nice when you look out our front window on our living room, you can see the coop. The chickens are always pecking through the compost pile. You have these wildflowers here. I think it just is a very good location. My wife and I talked about it for a while, where we were going to put it, and I'm glad we settled where we did. So, first thing we did, this pad was not here. As you can see, this is kind of a low part of the yard. So I hauled in, I think there's 12 ton of 304 limestone. I built that up about 6-7 inches. On top of that, I went and hauled in 6 ton of a really nice, construction grade sand. Everywhere we read, people said, hey, don't use play sand, use this good construction sand. There's different coarseness levels in it. The chickens really like it. So they are up high and dry, and there's in some spots there's 3 to 4 inches of sand on top. So we can get a ton of rain like we have in the last few days. I didn't go check the rain gauge yet. We've probably had close to 2 inches in the last 14-15 hours, and the chickens are still high and dry inside their run. So smooth that out with the tractor. This isn't a lot of weight, so I didn't bother going in and digging out a couple layers of topsoil, a couple inches I should say, like I usually do. I just went ahead and put it right on top. I figured it's going to settle. We can always add more sand. But where it is, I didn't really want to dig out any dirt and make our water issues even worse. Next thing we did, as I figured out where I wanted this to go, if you look at the very top right here, I did leave a gap. It's actually plumb and level. It's just hard to tell from this camera angle. A lot of the old cattle barns around me kind of have this design, helps with airflow, kind of as exhaust, kind of sucks it out. Now, the way we have this pointed, with the wind we get, I think it's going to be protected fairly well, but I still wanted some extra air circulation. So I came down about 6 inches off that leading edge, and I ran a 2x6 that's 12 feet long. Now, if I didn't mention it already, the addition here is 11 feet by 12 feet. Gives us a total of 244 square feet of inside run space for these chickens. The amount of chickens we have right now, we're between 8.5 and 9 square foot per chicken, and I believe 8 is what's recommended if they're locked into a run. Now, these chickens free range 99% of the time, as you can see. But there are some times when, like, we're on vacation, we live in the woods, so sometimes we'll get a couple hawks hanging around. We'll keep the chickens locked up for a day or two. The hawks go away. Luckily, we haven't lost a chicken to a hawk in probably 6 months. I actually came home one night and found an owl sitting in our driveway on top of our rooster. Got to him in time, the owl took off, and the rooster was fine. So living in this kind of place, we knew you can't have livestock without dead stock. We know we're gonna have some dead chickens, but we try and do what we can to keep them safe. So put a 6-foot header up, 12 feet long. Figured out where I wanted my rafter boards to go, which are also 2x6s, 2x6 by 12. And there's 5 of those. I spaced those out evenly. Now, I'm not a carpenter at all. I see things in my head, I build it. That's kind of why I'm not building our pole barn, and I'm paying someone to do that. Is frankly, stuff like that intimidates me. I know guys say it's pretty easy, but I'd rather just pay the professionals to do that. So once I got the rafters where I wanted them, I went in the garage and I framed out this wall. This is 4 foot tall by 12 foot, and I did every other to kind of build some structural integrity to it. Now, I think those are 16 on centers. I could be wrong. The first post, I doubled up the 2x4s right there. This is a single 2x4, double 2x4, single 2x4, double, so on and so forth. Now, we do get quite a bit of snow at times. I wanted to make sure this could handle the snow load. I'm not worried at all about the 2x12s. But on that wall, I had some extra wood laying around, which I know wood is at a premium right now. But I just didn't want to have to build this thing again later down the road. If my wife quits buying chickens, I won't have to add on. But she had already mentioned, well, you can just build a lean-to off the other side. I hope not. 29 chickens is enough for me right now. So that's what we did there. I added that board there just to kind of keep everything a little bit more sturdy back and forth motion. You guys didn't comment on this on our first coop video, but I don't know what I was thinking. When I built that coop, or running coop, I didn't use purlins. I don't know why. I had the rafter boards. They were close enough. I just screwed the sheet metal down to it. Eventually I'm gonna have to go through and redo that. It's not sagging or we don't have any water issues, but it's just the fact that I know it's not the way it should be. So I ran purlins on this, 2x4 purlins every 24 inches. put on the sheet metal. This sheet metal is a little bit better quality than what that side is. So eventually we'll go back through, and when I put the purlins on that side, I will we'll put the same sheet metal just so it matches. I know it's not a big deal, but around here, I got a pile of sheet metal. You always use it for something. So that is that. I did use joist hangers on that side, and then I just used some hurricane ties on this side, and then use some 4-inch just big spikes. Kind of do everything overkill. I don't want to do it again, and I don't want it to collapse and hurt the chickens because my wife would not be too happy. But that's it, guys. Then we wrapped it with 1/2-inch, I believe, 1/2-inch hardware cloth. We've never had a predator get into our run or into our coop. Now, when we first moved in, a mink attacked a rabbit right behind our bedroom window on Mother's Day. So that definitely will wake you up out of bed if you've never heard that going on, and an animal chewing the head off of a rabbit. It'll definitely wake you up. So we also have some hardware cloth around the outside as a predator apron, and that's tacked up into the coop. The doors are all secure. I didn't even bother putting in another door. I just left that door there, and I just took a lot of the hardware cloth. It's hard to find around me right now, so I took the hardware cloth that was on this side of the coop, pulled that off, and then used that on this side. Saved some money. I think when I bought the hardware cloth a year ago, I want to say it was like $29 a roll. When I just went to buy it now, it was $50. That's the same way with anything. Prices are going up so much, and I know I'm just preaching to the choir. I had looked at a horse trailer, not to buy, but I was on a dealership lot with a friend, I want to say 6 months ago. Looked at a trailer, nice little 4-horse slant, a little bit of living quarters in it. It was a brand new trailer. They wanted $42,000 for it. Today I called that guy looking for a stock trailer, and I asked him if he still had that trailer. He said no, but they have another one coming in. It should be here in the spring, and he quoted me $75 large. So that trailer's doubled. It's just, stuff is crazy right now. But that is the chicken coop expansion video. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, it was just harder putting the predator apron on this time.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear Amber standing over there. With it being elevated, it was harder to get the predator apron. The staple gun just couldn't get the angles down. A lot of the stapling was done by Kiddo and her 8-year-old friend. So I actually went and bought some actual fencing staples to kind of make that a little bit more secure.
I really want more sand in here, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I gotta go get more sand. As you can see, it's just, I wanted to haul stone and sand this week in here for the barn project for this. Excuse me, it's just not happening. Everything's just way too wet. And this is about 100 yards from our main driveway. So to get the sand out here with the tractor is just really gonna tear the yard up. But that's that, guys. I'll walk around, I'll show you some other angles. But I appreciate the interest in this project. It took a lot longer than I wanted to because the weather was really bad this summer and I couldn't get around to doing it. That got a look. Right. But yeah. But hey, you know, there's just so many things going on right now, and doctor's appointments every week, and still I think I'm at 40 or 42 weeks worth of physical therapy. I go at least 3 times a week. Really cuts into trying to get things done around here. And then, like I said earlier, having to ask people for help is not something I enjoy doing. If I can't do it myself, I don't want to do it. But I am learning. So that's that, guys. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I still have the Tennessee video coming out. Is this one of the new Favaros?
New edition.
So Amber is very picky. Sorry, it's doing some weird autofocus. She is very picky when it comes to chickens. Now, we had people a week ago ask us, hey, we have 50 chickens. We want to get rid of 25 of them. Are you interested? And she said, absolutely not. A friend of mine called and said, hey, I have 4 chickens. They got to go. Are you interested? I said, what breeds are they? As soon as she said that 2 of them were salmon Favarels, I said, we'll take them. So now we're up to 29 chickens 28 hens, 1 rooster. The rooster is also a salmon Faverolles. So this is she's about a year old. There's another salmon Faverolles, and then the last group of chicks we bought, what month was that? April? May. We did get one salmon Faverolles. They are very cool. We had 2 salmon Faverolles last year, and both of those died in a dog attack. Neighbor's dog came over, but hey, things happen. We resolved the issue. So no, I didn't kill a dog. No, I know what some of you guys are thinking. So, all right, that's that, guys. I appreciate you watching this video. Like I said, we got more storms coming. The video with Zooks Welding and his new chainsaw mount is coming soon. And I still got to do the Tennessee video. Just a lot of family stuff. I don't know who all will be interested in that, but I think it'll be a good time. So, this is my favorite chicken. I can't believe I say I like chickens. I used to hate chickens. I used to be terrified. But this Brahma here, Wendy, she's pretty cool. Look at those feet.
She's
crazy.
Fancy.
So, all right, guys. I'm going to go wrangle up Kiddo wherever she is, and we're going to go feed horses. And I don't watch a lot of TV, but might kick back and watch a movie tonight. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, thank you for your continued prayers and support. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for letting me be an outlet for the stuff going on in my life. This is kind of therapeutic for me. So, all right, I'm going to go do chores. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one.